So, my name is David Dzul. Welcome, everyone. And today I would want to talk about an essential human right that has been found underneath the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that has sparked a generation of debate and has found itself to be the enemy to the natural sovereignty of any nation. The human right I'm talking about is freedom of movement. What does that mean? Simple. It means that any person has the right to move freely within the country they are lawfully within, the freedom to leave any country, and the freedom to enter the country of which they are a citizen. But why am I talking about this? It's because out of every student in the world, roughly 3.4% of those will ever eventually study abroad. To make matters worse, the minority students are so greatly underrepresented in study abroad programs. No minority population group even surpasses 11%, not the African American population, Hispanic, Latinx, or Asian populations. And even though these numbers in front of my face tell me that I should not travel abroad, I can't help but wonder why. Why can't a student like me travel? What obstacles stand in my way to becoming a global citizen? But I know the answer. I know how the current status quo has implemented systems that prohibit minority students from thriving. It is because to travel abroad costs anywhere between $18,000 and $36,000. And it is that price tag why students like me are stopped from attaining a global aspect. It is because of that price tag why students are rarely seen achieving any of the UN SDGs. However, our hope is not lost because we can challenge the status quo that has been killing us. Because I'm sure by this point you have noticed how the status quo perpetuates itself by convincing us that change is unconceivable, impossible, and unnecessary. And then suddenly it becomes conceivable, possible, and necessary. Take homelessness. It has always been a major problem and demonstrates how we haven't solved UN SDG 1, no poverty, 2, zero hunger, and 10, reduce inequalities. And now all of a sudden the capacity has been found to put large quantities of our homeless populations into hotel rooms. We're supposed to believe that something like this is impossible, but in moments like these, we can see that it is extremely possible. What's interesting is that disaster achieves what activists are always trying to do, point out the contradictions. In the aftermath of something like this, who benefits when the status quo is so clear? And so you always have the winners of the old system pushing hard to reassemble it after it's shattered in front of our eyes. But the status quo is dead. And the rest of us are saying, let's go forward. Let's not go back. Let's go another way. This is the biggest illusion that gets shouted in moments like these. Now the contradictions are heightened, we at least have a chance to see what's broken and build something new. To me, the study abroad system has been broken. I believe that I can be the beginning of a new generation of students who will work to achieve the UN SDG goals of no poverty, zero hunger, a quality education, and reduce inequalities, because study abroad opportunities lay the foundations for students to obtain a global education and learn about the inequalities of different nations. But most importantly, study abroad programs allow students to create relationships with millions across the world. So, will you help me obtain my human right by studying abroad? Or will you be a winner of the old system, building back a system that has long denied the rights of the people and oppressed minorities?